Coming up, it's week 4 in the NFL as the Jets are set to clash with the Titans. New York is 7-4 since the Titans moved to Tennessee, and they'll go for number 8 on EA Sports.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tennessee Titans. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Jets about set to go on offense, led by their rookie quarterback for 2021, the second overall pick, Zach Wilson out of BYU.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers on the ground for Carter a week ago. 19 carries, 120 yards even.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. This one caught by Crowder. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 19 carries, 87 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the save. make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Wilson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll run with Carter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. A 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill, despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a 2nd-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the 2nd pick of the 4th round, out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. Oh, good move. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. They'll run on 1st down. Carter, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Wilson going to give to Carter on the option. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 37. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A handoff for Carter. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Well,
that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. On first down, it's Carter. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw is Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to the ground with Carter. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On third down, Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Bud Dupree drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers out in the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
what's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Crowder. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll start with the option. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side with Carter. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Here's Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds Tyler Kroft. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And hauled in by Kroft. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. He's got his tight end, Anthony Firkser. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, that's taken in, complete to Reynolds. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Tannehill on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We begin with the big matchup of the weekend. Andy Reid's current and former squads. Kansas City taking on Philadelphia. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Crowder now to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start on the ground. Carter, limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 7.
Here's Wilson.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
They'll give to Carter here on the option.
And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. Here's the Jets punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down now. It's Henry, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Well, I think Josh Norman can sympathize. He knows a little something about a run like this from Derrick Henry. I mean, that stiff arm might be the best in the business.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And we'll see that Josh Norman play forever and ever, won't we? Because at Derrick Henry's size, 6'3", nearly 250, you know he's not shying away from contact. And here he just kept the defender at arm's length as he barreled his way into the end zone. I mean, just put that arm into the chest. And there he goes.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carter to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got Cole on the slant. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Wilson on first down. They'll check this one down to Carter. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Finding room to the 20. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running left on the handoff, Carter. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Here's Carter on the read option. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but there was no way to save a point here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but the Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Gostkowski for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Now here's Johnson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the shotgun, Wilson.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle.
Bryce Hall there defensively.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
So here is Wilson and the Jets.
Down by 10, 2:14 to play. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down.
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
Second and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Wilson finding Crowder there. First down, New York. On first down, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And Corey Davis, of course, 4 years with these Tennessee Titans. They decided not to pick up his 5th-year option, so he left for the Jets. Even though he's coming off statistically his best season as a pro, just short of 1,000 yards on 65 catches in his final season with Tennessee. And finding Keelan Cole. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And the Titans getting set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Six yards left on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. Breaks the tackle now with Alley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Johnson now returning. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a